back to it. Does anyone have a question?
Stuart, I have a question.
Yes, Bob?
I have two friends who recently were admitted to ER for serious problems. And how can I be of support um, from afar?
Well, Bob, when you had some serious problems, you understand, they changed your life. Why? I mean, I reached out to you. I did what I can to truly help you because I really love you. And I've known you for many, many years, and I've seen you struggle with so many different things in your life. And my unconditional loving you and nurturing you is what, helped you to come through it. It's the same thing with these people. Unconditionally love them, nurture them, find the wonderful things that you and they did together. Let your heart open. And, I mean, look, we live, we die. There's something that's going to take us out of the world. But in the process of being born and dying, there are endless opportunities for us to grow and become more human. And your friend, whoever they are, I don't know who they are, that they're ill, you can love them this way, nurture them this way. And, and if anything happens, they pass on or whatever, you know, they have become a servant that helped you get closer to your spiritual enlightenment. And that not only nurtures them, but it nurtures you. I can't think of a better way, Bob. I mean, I've sat with people who were very, very ill, really ill. I mean, and I told you the story a lot, but it's worth repeating now. I had a student who had AIDS and had serious sarcoma, I think you call it. Anyway, he had scabs all over his body. And he could barely, he couldn't get out of bed. He could barely breathe. And I went to the hospital to visit him. And it broke my heart to see him in this condition, still struggling to get life. And I said to him, I'll never forget this. I said to him, look, I said, just let go. Just let go. I said to him, and you'll come back to this world as a beautiful baby. Everything you've learned in this lifetime, you're going to bring with you to help you evolve and grow. And, it's going to be, it's this, what's coming. Why hold on to the impossible? And I mean, it took such a breaking myself down to tell somebody like that. Why hold on to the impossible? Let go. The next day he passed on. And when I said this to him, he looked at me with a smile on his face and he said, thank you. It was like giving him permission to let go. It's going to be better. You're going to come back a beautiful infant. Everybody's going to love you and hug you, and you're going to just radiate God and sweetness. And instead of holding on to this impossible suffering. And we have to learn, took me a long time to learn that. And I tell you, I really had a struggle with myself to tell somebody that. But it transformed me. It changed me and it changed them. He smiled and said, thank you. It's almost like I gave him permission to let go. It will be better when he comes back here than it is right now. And, we live this way, Bob, and you have people that are sick. We have to learn how to love them unconditionally and respect life and respect death. They are both transformational energies, and the soul needs to go through both of them, life and death, in order to continue its evolution and to grow closer to spiritual enlightenment. It's just people don't let go. They hang on. They hang on to the impossible sometimes. And it creates more suffering and more suffering and more suffering. So love them. Love them unconditionally, Bob. I always tell you, bake them a cake. You bake great cakes. Bring them something that comes right from the center of your heart and just allow them to feel that. And that's the best I can do. I don't know, you might have a better way, but for me, I think that's the best I can do with anybody. I mean, it happened with me and my father. He became my first great teacher 2 hours before he died. And then some angel from heaven was sent in the form of a nurse to tell me one of the most remarkable things I'd ever heard in my life and changed me. Right there and then, I changed. My quest to find God began then. I mean, this has been a year of so many people getting sick, and it's been unbelievable this year. Say a little prayer that 2026, there's a rebirth. The phoenix will be reborn from 2025. We're all going to go through a major rebirth in 2026. Does anyone else have a question like this? And just remember, whatever takes place in life has a reason. The biggest reason is to help each and every one of us to grow inside ourselves, to develop higher levels of our humanity, our connection with spirit, teaching us that life is transient. It doesn't go on forever for any human being, at least the physical form of it. The spiritual, the soul form of it goes on and attains a state of oneness with higher energy in the universe and needs to go through this thing they call Earth, you know, in order to learn how to transform suffering into a spiritual life. That's what we have to learn here, how to take all of this stuff and allow it to teach us how to get our hearts open and to understand that in truth, God is love. God is being a happy person. God is joy. Ananda in Sanskrit. And as we begin to learn this, our whole viewpoint, the way we see life changes. Absolutely, you go through almost 100% transformation in the way you see life. And the end of the year is coming, and by God, it's a time truly to go through major transformation. The end of a cycle, big cycle. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? Okay, there are no more questions. As I say at the end of every class, I have deep gratitude for each and every one of you. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for making it possible for me to teach these classes where I come as a student myself. You know, I come here to learn, not to teach. It's really true. And your presence here makes all of this possible. So God bless you all. And there will be a class tomorrow evening, and the next one will be on Tuesday at 1 o'clock. There won't be a class on Christmas. I mean, it's a big family day, and enjoy your families, enjoy parties, go out and celebrate, jingle bells. You know, it's really a time for that. You know, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Get wonderful presents and give wonderful presents. And God bless you all. Thank you. And I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stu.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart.